The need to involve non-state actors in the formulation, implementation, and review of development policies and strategies has become a widely recognized and important feature of national development. Towards this end, in Kenya, the European Union funded the program Vital Voices and Culture, increasing people participation in good governance and development. It was implemented from October 2010 to December 2012 by the Ministry of Justice, National Cohesion and Constitutional Affairs. Among the recipients of the funding was the Alliance Française de Nairobi.
We saw a call for proposals for cultural projects that the aim of which should be to promote national cohesion and also the integration of minorities. And we were very excited at Alliance Française with the cultural team when we saw this call for proposals, because we actually have several programs that we have been organizing over the years and which have these objectives. We decided to put forward the Festival CulturElles, which is a festival that we have been organizing since 2009. And the aim of this festival is to promote the role of women in artistic creation and in civil society in general.
On behalf of the European Union, I'm very pleased to be here tonight. Today we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the International Women's Day. We take this opportunity to reiterate jointly our commitment to promote women's rights and gender equality.
The Ministry feels gratified by this event for various reasons. First, the Ministry values the initiatives that are geared towards supporting the improvement of women's participation in all aspects of our national goals and aspirations.
The photo exhibition on display tonight is called Curving the Visual and is the brainchild of one of the photographers exhibiting here tonight, called Wambui Mwangi. In her musings, Wambui noted that though there is a vast collection of photographs of Africa, and especially of African women, most of these photographs have been taken by males or by non-Africans or both. And so as she was speculating about this, because research shows that the images produced are actually factor in who the photographer was and the relationship between the photographer and the subject, she thought that this was an incomplete representation of African women. And so she invited us to explore with her, to curve that image that we've been seeing and to take photographs that showed a different kind of relationship.
Apart from Nairobi, there were also exhibitions in Eldoret and in Kisumu. Well, there were also concerts with music to be enjoyed and also music with a message.
International Women's Day, hello. Can I see the ladies? Women are the people who hold peace. Let's go. Amani, peace in the world. Amani,
to say no to violence, to say no to FGM. We need to take care of our young girls. We need to take care of our women as well. We should fight poverty in Kenya.
Another of the programs we put forward is the Spotlight on Kenyan Music program, which since the previous year was promoting the music from pastoralist communities from northern Kenya.
amazing to have so many friends in Nairobi here, so many members of parliament, so many foreign dignitaries, and the general population to share and to cherish culture.
This was a festival that was centered around the idea of reconciliation, because reconciliation is something that is important for this part of Kenya.
The Alliance Française, with support from the Ministry of Justice, National Cohesion and Constitutional Affairs, with funding from the European Union, facilitated the participation of 5 different groups from northern Kenya at the 2011 Lake Turkana Festival. The groups are the Borana and the Konso, who travelled all the way from Marsabit. Then we got the Dasanet, who came from Ileret, the Gabra from North Hor, and the Rendile from Kargi. It was the first time that these 5 groups were able to travel to the Lake Turkana Festival, where they joined the El Molo, the Turkana, Samburu and the local Rendile.
At the Lake Turkana Festival on the last evening, we witnessed a memorable moment when communities who are normally fighting each other and are considered as traditional enemies sung and danced together. The musicians we identified at the Lake Turkana Festival came to Nairobi for capacity building through rehearsals. They performed in the Alliance Française garden for very successful concerts. And 3 of the spotlight musicians went to Lamu. Another common element was the spoken word. For instance, in Nairobi, we organized a poetry recital, which was entitled The Sweat in Her Shoes.
My name is Ngwatilo Mawio. I'm joined by Phyllis Mudoni and Anne Mora. Welcome.
For me, poetry is about identification, really going deep into what a woman's world is like and making that connection, and then reflecting that into the world.
My goal is to be as expressive as possible so that when you hear a piece, you understand where, I guess, women are coming from.
Someone has to speak about our experience, someone has to speak about what we are going through, what we need, what we're dealing with. And that's important now. It's important that I'm doing it. It's important that people who have gone before me are doing it. It's important that people who come after me are going to do it.
Everywhere we went, there were also discussions, debates that were often triggered off by feature films or documentaries around issues. For instance, in Nairobi, the main issue that was discussed was the evolution of the situation of women, gender equality over the years. In Eldoret, the discussion was more focused around the post-election violence, impunity, also female genital mutilation. In Kisumu, we chose to center the discussion on gender equality and gender violence against women, and also wife inheritance. And in Mombasa, the main topic was the role of women in Islam and also women leadership as it is seen in Islam. The last of the 3 projects we put forward is the Lamu Cultural Festival. Actually, we have been supporting the festival for a few years already, and we decided to organize public awareness forums in the archipelago to coincide with the Lamu Cultural Festival. in Lamu, we actually had a film specially commissioned to trigger off discussions around subjects that were relevant for the population, like the World Heritage Site, the environment, corruption, the girl-child education, and so on.
And the point I would like to make to the audience is to assume personal responsibility for advancing the women agenda.
For me, the most pertinent is reproductive health, where women are having to die every day in our national hospital, including Kenyatta, because they can't have quality reproductive health and care.
And one of the spirits, especially on the issue of appointments that came up, was on the issue where the Constitution talks about gender equity. But when the appointments are made, luckily out of 4, the women were never top on the agenda. We didn't think about it.
Imefika mahali tunataka kujiona kama sisi ni Wakenya. Sisi saa hii tuko makabila mbalimbali. Iko mtu anapigana na mtu. Kwa nini tunataka saa ingine kuingizwa kwa meli ya maneno ambaye hatuhusiki?
What is raping a woman? Rape, yani walipo wa mama. What does it do with kura?
Sisi wazee tumeuka mkono wa kina mama kufanya kazi pamoja na kuheshimu wa kina mama, kwa sababu kama hakuna mama hakuna mtu katika dunia hii.
If possible, let us emulate, let us borrow ideas, let us sit together as women, and these issues will be sorted out.
We saw that there are some women, some widows who were chased away, and they were very strong in the community. And they were chased away because of the death of their husbands. So we wanted now to see if those ladies can come back, and through who.
I'm a widow with 4 kids. And why I'm saying I did not succeed. When I wanted to take the land which my husband left behind, I was told that I have to be inherited, which I said no.
Je, Uislamu unamruhusu mwanamke kuwa kiongozi au la?
What when it comes to politics and we want them to become a president, the religion will obviously come in and say they don't want a female president.
Tuko na wazazi ambao wanapenda kuoza watoto wao wakiwa katika hali ya udogo wa umri. Pili, wanapenda kuoza watoto wao wakiwa, yani hawa watu wanaooza ni watu wa umri mkubwa, wakijua kwamba huyu mzee akona pesa, akona mali.
Lazima sasa ni kitu kimoja, tuwe na community zetu, tupeke vijana kusoma, kwa sababu jambo lote, wewe angalia poti inakuja kwamba sisi hatujaambiwa kwamba tuketi vipi, tufanye poti ama tutakuwa vipi.
Waliopewa wao mikataba kuipokea Kenya, kuiendesha, hawakuipokea itakikanavyo, wameipeleka rongi, na mpaka dakika hii bado wataka kulemea watu kusema Waingereza ni wabaya. Ubaya wa Uingereza kwetu sisi hatujauona, lakini ubaya wao tumeuona tena mkubwa, na bado wataka kuendelea kutulemea.
Ikiwa hatuna viongozi bora, hakuna ambacho kitatendeka. Utasema kuhusu drugs, mtakwenda mbio, kumbe viongozi wenyewe ndio madealers, ndio wanavyo communicate. Kwa hivyo ikiwa hakuna viongozi bora, hakuna la kuendelea.
On the personal level, the program will leave me with wonderful memories of beautiful and diverse Kenyan landscapes, especially a region in Kenya, the region of Lake Turkana, which I have rediscovered after I had visited it in my childhood. The project's activities were organized in partnership with local community-based groups. Almost 10,000 people participated in the Festival CulturElles activities in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, and Eldoret. The Spotlight on Kenyan Music program saw over 100 different musicians from the marginalized communities of northern Kenya travel to Nairobi, many for the first time. They did live performances before audiences keen to discover the musical heritage of northern Kenya. In Lamu County, the public awareness forums were extended from 7 to 13 towns, as there was great demand from the local communities to be given the opportunity to participate in the exercise and voice their opinions. The experience was really a tremendous success. We achieved everything we wanted to achieve and even more.
Kenya mukunda kwa papa ingo wa mama ndahuyanza. Kenya mukunda kwa papa ingo wa mama ndahuyanza.